fire services. Thank you. Across the Atlantic on convoy escort duty. Following the war, Mr. Reed rejoined the Toronto Police, where he had a very distinguished career, retiring in 1984 as the staff superintendent. His voluntary work includes Toronto Police Military Veterans Association, 30-year volunteer at Sunnybrook Hospital, the Toronto Police Credit Union, and much more. And we'll also have with us Trooper Ed Stafford. He's marched in our parade for over 60 years and is joining us with his daughter Jackie. The Toronto Police Military War Veterans. Canada's oldest veteran organizations, formed in 1920, and the only police veterans organization in Canada. Mr. Jack Reed, who I introduced you to earlier. Canadian Remembrance Corps led 130 Canadian descendants of Second World War veterans along the paths of the Canadian troops through the fields for Canadian veterans, and is a Canadian veteran of the Royal Hamilton Light Infantry. His Dutch parents were liberated in World War II. And coming up are the 99s. They're an international organization of women pilots. The 99s were founded in 1929 by aviation icon Amelia Earhart who while working in Toronto years earlier was inspired to fly while watching an air demonstration right here at the Toronto waterfront. The
Can you imagine how hot they must be in
represent the Coast Guard and its auxiliary, and they provide support to families in times of need and represent the organization at many events. The ministry at a variety of public service events at local, provincial, and national levels. Well done. 4 times. He's received numerous medals, including the Legion, the French Legion of Honor. And he continues to play the harmonica, very active, and rides his scooter everywhere. And the vehicle coming up is Mr. James Cohen, who's 94 years old. He served here with 3 awards. Regimental Foundation. More than half of its membership is comprised of veterans and active serving members. Anniversary. And when the British forces left India. Following the Sikh tradition of service of country, he served for over 21 years through 2 wars. Participated in the war effort, and 1,077 lives were lost by the time of the armistice. A current active St. Legion has supported this parade from the beginning. It's an amazing organization. They just completed the 47th Youth National Track and Field Championships in Calgary. This is the premier and the only nationwide competition for under 16 and under 18 athletes. Their mission is to serve veterans, including serving military RCMP members and their families, and to promote remembrance and to serve our communities and our... Following up is the Royal Canadian Legion Ontario Command Marching Unit. As I mentioned before, they just do absolutely amazing work. One major program they have now is they're working diligently to try and get Canada. They're a national veterans organization with units across the country. The association derives its name